Hello, everybody. It's me. I'm W. Blair Wise. I have the WB Land and Tree Company. Um, I guess I'm going to try start some new positive habits here for my business. One of them is being more dedicated to my channel. I haven't been very dedicated to my channel and to my exposure of my business. And so you can't just think about it all your life. You got to do it. I learned that from Keith Kalfas. I'm going to tell you more about him in a little bit. But so I'm mostly a lawnmower. I'm mostly a lawn guy at this point this year. Um, Last year I was getting pretty heavy into tree work, and I thought I was going to get real heavy in it, but really I enjoy being a one-man band more than I like trying to hire a bunch of people that never seem to be reliable, at least at this point. And more learning. You have to learn how to find a better spot to fish in the labor pool, and how to catch the better fish in the labor pool. And I'm not at the point in my career where that's super important to me yet. Right now I'm working on developing specific processes for achieving specific goals and getting myself and my business streamlined in a way so that when I do want to hire employees, I've almost got a playbook designed and written up for anybody that you could read this and talk to me about it and understand exactly how I want every process done within reason. That's how I want it to be. That way, as I do grow, everybody will always be on the same page. Everybody will know when we come to this type of job, this is where we start. We don't have to ask. This is what we always do on this job. We start here, and then we go to here, then we go to here. And so I have to work on developing those for myself, where I'm thinking, yeah, that's running pretty smooth. And I can go through the trial and errors with me, and I'm not losing as much because when you're self-employed, your time means, yeah, I wish my time was as valuable as I want it to be. I have to learn how to convert it into what I want it to be. But there's a lot of times when you're working by yourself and for yourself, your time really isn't worth shit. It's worth nothing. You put in lots and lots and lots of it for very little return, while you are, a conductor of experiments, trying to find the ones that work the way they should. So that's where I am. So part of my growth and part of what I aim to do from now on is be dedicated to my channel, which is I'm being dedicated to myself that way. See, I'm helping myself. I'm also being dedicated to whoever decides to be a follower, my friends, people I don't know, somebody that stumbles upon me, then it'll be like I'm being dedicated to them. But for the most part, you're being dedicated to yourself. You're supporting yourself. You're trying to help yourself grow, and you have to do it. So before I get into what I'm doing here, for anybody that stumbles across me or anybody else in lawn care, landscaping, whatever it is, after you hit the subscribe and like, of course, on all my videos, that's a joke. I want you to look up a guy named Keith Kalfas, Keithkalfus. He is one hell of a landscaper up in Michigan, and he's also spent thousands of hours educating himself on how to be a successful businessman. And so I've been learning a lot from him. And so I want to steer people to him. If you want to learn some stuff, go watch Keith Kalfas. You all don't know me yet, but I'll tell you right off the rip, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I say it like it is, good, bad, or otherwise. I don't care who likes it and who doesn't. The people that can deal with me, I work for. The ones that can't, I don't. That's just how it is. Keith Kalfas is one of those guys, he doesn't sugarcoat shit either. He just will tell you like it is. And he'll tell you when he made a mistake. He'll tell you what he learned from his mistake. That's helped me learn not to make that mistake. And I'm going to show you mine. Listen, I'm just getting going here. This is my first real dedicated year. And so if you stick with me and roll along with me, you're going to watch me make a lot of mistakes. And maybe that ought to keep you from making them. So I made a video on Facebook earlier. And I went live. And part of that video is something that's really important, I think, is when you're trying to dream big and those things, there's nothing wrong with that. I dream big. I talk to God about dreaming big. If you talk to God, that's wonderful. If you don't, fine. I'm not passing judgment. I'm telling you what I do. It's where I think my mind needs to be. And that God won't give you big if you don't ask for big. But the other thing is, you have to think like big doers and thinkers think. So, if you think small and you behave small and you keep your mind small, you'll be small. You're in Smallsville, baby. You're staying there. So to me, an important aspect of thinking big and dreaming big and being big is, for one thing, promote your friends. If you got a friend that does exactly what you do, I have a good friend and he cuts grass too, and I cut grass. Now, I cut grass alone, he cuts grass alone, and then sometimes we do a lot of things, we cut grass together. So, listen, don't ever not want success for any of your affiliates, man. Pray for your success for your affiliates and your friends. Genuinely want your friends to do good, even when you're not. Don't get jealous about it. Don't be a hater. Don't say, well, I'm not doing good, so I don't want him to do good. No, be the opposite of that. Because doing that is little. That's little. That's going to keep you in Smallsville again. So want the very best for your friends and your associates and the guy next door if he does just what you do. I want my friend Aurelius, I want him to knock it out of the friggin' park, man. I want him to go great guns, even before I do. When he does, he'd be turning down work, I'll get that work. So, the best place to build a bank's next door to another bank. Best place to put a steakhouse next door to another steakhouse. Two of us there in one location. Two of us together will attract 50% more customers. And then his old customers, they'll want to change the pace. They'll support me. That'll help me. My old customers, they get tired of my place. They want to change the pace. That'll help him. That's how we do. That's how you should do. Help everybody. If you help everybody, you're helping yourself without thinking of it. Okay, enough of that. But that's what you should do. So I'm going to say right off the rip, I learn a lot from Keith Kalfas because he's already made the mistakes and he's helping me not make the mistakes that he made. I still make them, trust me, buddy. I'm going to make them all. Twice maybe as much as he did. Anyways, guy's brilliant. He's fun to listen to. He's entertaining. He's cool. He has some little quirks. He makes some faces. It's not boring time, okay? It ain't boring at a time. Like mine is right now, as a matter of fact. So now let's get into this job, okay? The rest of my videos won't be such a lead-in, but hey, this is a lead-in to really trying to kick the channel off. So I just wanted you to see where I'm from. So now let's switch channels. Let's see what we're doing today. We're not cutting grass. Well, I already cut some grass, but here's what I do some property work too. This is a particularly good customer of mine. When they need anything done, they call me. Now I'm into tree trimming and climbing. I'm 52 years old. I can still climb a tree, brother. So, but now these people, their roofs are wreck. It's a wreck. Trees are hanging over. I'll climb them probably towards the end of the week when I get into that section of shit. But this stuff is a bunch of crazy stuff going on. This house and coming up and getting all wild. That's no good. And look at the roof, man. I mean, that's no good. I don't want my customers to I don't want them to hear me say it. These people are just really wonderful to me. They treat me like I'm a kid, you know. They don't want anything but the best for me. They're concerned. So anyways, enough of that. So this is the back porch cover, and it's it's the old tin roof, but real deep troughs. Man, they fill up with the garbage, right? So we're getting close there. So first step here is I'm trying to get all this garbage out and get it down to the bottom, so that now I come up here and I start rolling this garbage down the roof. This garbage has got somewhere to go, right? On top of the other garbage. And then the last thing, I'll take it all off the edges. But you can't step on that roof. It's too weak. Even if you try to step on those reinforced ridges, it's just too weak. So you gotta be very, very careful. So then look at there. There's a beautiful plant growing just straight out of the gutters, you know. Now that's a problem. But they know it is, so they get me to do it. But anyways, all these roofs, man, they're a wreck. They're all a wreck. They're all a wreck. So we're gonna clean them up. We're gonna straighten them out, and we're gonna clean this up, clean that up, and then I'll get my gear on. Hell, over here I don't even really need much gear. Come in here with a pole saw or whatever. Hell, even a real good handheld them Japanese blades that'll cut your arm off at one stroke. You got to do all these with a little manual saw. So we're just going to take a step at a time and clean the place up. You'll be able to see yourself get something accomplished, and hopefully you'll be doing it for a customer that's as nice to you as these people are to me. And man, that's hard to come by, because I've done a lot of work for a lot of assholes. It's part of the gig, man. Don't get mad. Move on. Don't argue with them customers either, because while word of mouth advertising is good, negative word of mouth advertising, man, that spreads like wildfire. So when somebody does you wrong and you like to punch them in the mouth, or you know you're right and they're wrong, trust me, keep the fact that you're right to yourself, bite your tongue till it bleeds, and leave the property. Because all they got to do is make a little bad review or say something bad, or you got violent, you did this, you did that. It'll ruin you, man, especially in a small town. So while the customer isn't always right, maybe it's important to just sometimes let the assholes think they're right and really appreciate the people that are good to you. It's like everything else in life, take the good with the bad. So I'm going to clean this place up, these roofs, these gutters, work it out. Then we'll do some brush cleaning up back there and some trimming around the house. And I'll show you all the crazy vines growing on that end of the house that are out of control. But anyways, I'm the Big B from the WB Land and Tree Company. And I'm down here in the Springfield, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio area. And so I will move, between, I would say, Mechanicsburg and Urbana, Ohio for different jobs, down to Beaver Creek and kind of the south side of Dayton. Now, I mean, I cover all of Dayton, north, south, east, west side of Dayton. It's a drive for me. But so far, that's been my territory, because I'm new and I haven't saturated this market yet. And so, my idea is keep saturating my hometown or what's close to me, and building connections that generate good revenue, so I can cut off the ones that are further away that don't generate good revenue. So anyway, that's a hell of a long video, y'all. And hey, like and subscribe, and we'll go on this journey together. And the good news is, even though you're riding along on this journey, when I fail, you don't fail too. You still succeed, because you learn. You can save yourself. And listen, I'm a pretty good example of what not to do some days. So, okay, everybody, thanks for your attention, and like and subscribe, and let's take a ride. Have a wonderful evening.